Right, good morning and welcome to the chaos. Let's get go back. YouTube. Do say hi in the chat. All right. Hi Food, how you doing? Enzo. Don't worry about it, Enzo, thank you. There we go. Thanks, Frankie. Thank you, Frankie. So let's have some more likes and some thumbs up. Subscribers. Check that out. Well, that was fun. So I nearly wasn't going to do a live this morning, but the missus has decided to go for a gym session, so I thought, you know what, I'll not bother going for a nice walk around the park in the sunshine, and I'll come in the basement and do a live stream, because that's much better. And here I am. Right, why that's a brilliant question. Hadouken, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Please do subscribe. So I used to play Kiesel, which were great, but then the other guy in my band out of McRocklin and Hutch, Thomas, started playing Strandberg, and he kind of had a Strandberg line about in the studio, and he kept telling me how much he was liking it and what the tuning stability was. And he actually ended up then really liking it so much that he ended up, when the time came up, that he ended up joining Strandberg. So I got to play his guitars, and they just felt amazing to play. So that was the first thing. The weight and the balance, how they sit, and the ergonomics of them are absolutely brilliant. When you're a player like me, you do end up putting a lot of hours into your guitar, you know. I mean, it's a shift. And like one of the things is like avoiding injury. And one thing I would have all the time playing other guitars is I would have quite a lot of achy hands. And I've actually come to the realization that I've had no problems like that with the Strandberg. One of their philosophies is to play more. And you can certainly do that. And a lot of that's down to the amazingly scientific way that Ola has designed this neck. So this is like the most, probably the most fascinating thing about this guitar is this neck. Now, I work as a therapeutic musician and I have an acoustic guitar at work, which is really nice to play. It's not a super expensive one, but it's a C-shaped neck. And I never ever feel the transition going between that and this. But I can tell you, this neck compared to a C-shape is absolutely phenomenal to play. It makes the fretboard so accessible and easy to get everywhere you want to on this guitar. It's brilliant. So it's consistent, you know, which I really, really like. The tuning on this guitar, the stability, is the best I've ever had out of any guitar I've played. Obviously, I've played Kiesel. I was a Kiesel artist for a while. I played Ibanez for years. I played Strats. I played everything. This guitar's the one where the tuning is just amazing on it. And of course, it sounds amazing. You know, like this one, it's the expensive one. The basically original with the tilt arc trem. I think they call it like the original 2.6T. So this one, you've got the tilt arc trem on it, which is just brilliant. A couple of springs in the back. Swamp Ash chambered, Fishman pickups, 5-way switch, push-pull. So that's pretty much my configuration I would use anyway on a guitar. So off the shelf, amazing. The other thing about it is, you know, before when I was playing like custom guitars, it wasn't always accessible to everybody to have a guitar like that. But with Strandberg, you know, having entry to a really good guitar to play, the entry bar is a lot lower financially. So you can get, you know, I don't know, whether it's sell for like 900 euros, you can get under 1,000 euros, you can get one of their essential guitars, which is basically the Strandberg experience. So it's this. You don't get the, what do you call it when the frets are this way? Multi-scale. But all the same, an amazing guitar. You get the neck, you get the feel, and really good. And then there's obviously there's the standard, and then this, which are just great guitars. This guitar came this way. The only thing I had personalised to it is normally I think they ship with 10s and I asked for 9s. But even the setup on this guitar is standard. This hasn't. Normally I'd send a guitar to my guitar tech and then he would do my usual setup on that. There was no need for this. But yeah, and the other thing is that I noticed on this guitar it's really implosive. It's very, very punchy when I play it, especially doing like legato and hybrid picking. So it's a great sound. Yeah. Plinny's new Strandberg is coming out this fall and has a tilt arc trem. Yeah, I would imagine. I wonder if they'll probably be putting tilt arc trems on everything because they're pretty revolutionary. It's crazy here in Seattle with FIFA, right? I don't support football, you know, Jenna. It's just not my thing. So yes, Strandberg, amazing. Highly recommend them. So hi to everybody if I've missed you out. So I think like today, remember to like, remember to subscribe. So I think it was just like coffee and chat today, bit of playing guitar. I do love playing guitar in the mornings because especially when I'm on a live, I've got to kind of perform a little bit, which is a great kind of way of testing where you're at. It's the benchmark, but you do need time to develop on your guitar. You need time outside of sort of playing in front of people. And I do realize that actually I forget probably not more than I learn, but a lot of like what I do, like developing licks, they just vaporize. It's really weird. I don't know if that's part of progressing, but it was just like weird little things. Like I forgot how to do that move. Very strange, isn't it? So that's quite a good one actually. It's got a little bit of that hand compression technique. I'll just show you that. E minor arpeggio, but it's great for getting about. So you've got this E minor 9 slide, and that's where the hand compresses. So very handy to get you about positions. Probably nicked that off Tom Quayle, to be fair. Coming back there. Enzo's got true temperament frets, and it's nice. Yeah, I've never experienced true temperament. Oh, the other thing I've been doing is I've been messing about with this. Check this out. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but when I remember how to use push, let me have a look. Right. So I've got what I'd thought I would do in my craziness is this. So I thought I could have a few, I mean it doesn't focus too well. Get a bit of that on the go. Yeah, but we've also got, so you can see, if I want to go into tutorial mode, to some degree, tell me, I mean, how watchable is this? Or is it just like too small on your phones that it's just impossible? I haven't actually, I was testing this out the other day. Doesn't sound too good, does it? Let's just try something. What key are we in? That sounds well weird. Bear with me. Yeah, sounds good, doesn't it? There we go. So yeah, I was just So I think like that's one thing I really struggle with on this channel, is there's that much stuff going on with me. There's all that, like, I've been very heavily focused in on guitar, but at some point, you know, and I run a coaching group which is all about actually not playing guitar and writing music. I mean, you can use a guitar if you want, but I'm very much focused in on, well, it can be whatever music you want, but for me, when it comes to making music, I tend to go for synths and electronic stuff as opposed to playing guitar, because that's, as a solo artist myself, that's always been the way for me. I've always, like, kind of gravitated towards electronic instruments as opposed to the guitar. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Having said that, I mean, my setup here is quite simple. It's not like my full production. Right. Wasn't sure how to finish there. I haven't lost anybody, have I? You're all still here. Oh, I tell you what, there's not much traffic coming through today. Please do some more likes, chat, talk to me in the chat, because all of that improves the algorithm and more people turn up. I suppose the more times we mention guitar, scales, notes, effects, Strandberg, you know. How can the algorithm not love that? Because it doesn't know. That's what it is. But then again, I mean, why do I want to be massively popular? This is a safe haven for the digital madness. That's what this is. But it would be nice if the channel made more money. Oh, what am I doing? Just trying to adjust springs on my axe. Oh, not something I get into. Alright, Enzo, sweet dreams. Isn't it? My G string. Hi Tony, how you doing? Long time no see. outside note. Hi Danny. There we go, done. Just delete. There we go. Right. Not a bad jam. Tend to have a lot more emotion and feel playing over my own stuff, I must admit. Right, any guitar questions? It's getting better. apart from that one wrong note. So I'm really into stuff that sort of moves in that direction, like up and down. Hi Major, how's it going? Oops. Any suggestions for keeping your fretting hand in good shape? Seems to struggle with elbow pain, limited movement in my fretting hand. That's interesting. Right, so I think what you've got to do is make sure you're fully relaxed. Okay, so relaxation. And I think one of the best exercises just to calibrate things is just pick a note and just see how much force you have to put onto that note in order to make it sound. Because if we're doing legato, we can over hit on the fretboard and it's just totally unnecessary. So like when I'm playing, I'm really only using the amount of force I need to play that note, and it's very little, especially if you've got gain. And then the other thing is for your shoulder, often we can tense up and be actually pushing the fretboard up, is to relax that. So the tension, the pain might be coming from tension in the top of your arm to your elbow. So just concentrate on letting your arm fall, just let gravity kind of pull it down. And just play a repetitive lick and just concentrate on just letting the tension go out of that arm. The other thing about that is it'll swing your hand out in a really good way. And then just getting tension out of your fingers. Because at the end of the day, for me to do that, it's not about hitting the string hard. It's about hitting the string with speed and precision. And it's a little technique I have to sort of just keep reminding myself about. Yeah. Well, if your hand would have died, like I'm not, it's because you're putting too much, you're exerting too much energy into that fretboard. You need to just be able to relax your hand. This isn't stamina I'm using. It's just pure technique. And it's only, you know, that's left hand only. So yeah. It is, like, tension is the enemy, you know. That's the thing where it all goes wrong. And a lot of it's quite elusive. Tony, you have been a member for 9 months. Congratulations. Thank you for being a loyal member. 9 months of membership. Amazing. Wow. So, congratulations to Tony. Now I must play something and dedicate it to you. Let's have a look. I'm going through a synthwave phase at the minute. That's my friend. Oh, Distorted Dreams. Right, of course. Let's stop. Distorted Dreams. Right, bear with me. Come on, where are the instrumentals when you want them? Bear with me. Even better solution. Got it here.
I don't wanna do it no more. I don't wanna do it no more. Got me crying.
Oh dear, I keep like falling on completely notes that are out. Right, I don't I don't play covers. Okay, this channel's about making music, improvising music. It's about exploring creativity. Under no circumstances do I want to start playing anybody else's music. Why play what is when there's so much to discover? That's my thing. That's the exciting thing about music. And why go about asking for people to play covers, comparing different covers? I don't understand it. We need to, the thing that I think is really important, which music can really help us with, is that music and improvisation helps us deal with uncertainty. The world, right? Okay, let's face it, the world is an extremely uncertain place. And what I find is, to be a true artist, what we have to do is we have to embrace uncertainty. And the best way to embrace uncertainty, in my opinion, is through music and through creating and exploring our own and developing our own unique voices through that. And I think, because that's the one part of uncertainty that in a way we can control, can't we? We can control the directions that we move in, but then also safely explore uncertainty. And I really do honestly think that massively helps us in every part of our lives. It makes us much more open to things. And I hate the word hope. Hope's not the word. But I think through doing that, it allows us to be aspirational, and that pushes us forward as human beings. So that's why I don't do covers. Was that a good answer? Yeah, so, instead of like asking for a cover, like a Dio, why not take that Dio song yourself if you play an instrument and study it, pull it apart, dissect it, and really get into the minds of each band member and understand why they did what they did at the time, especially Dio. What was he singing about? What was he in? Why did he do what he did? These are the things that are interesting that we can learn from, that can help us as musicians. What sort of influences was Vivian Campbell listening to when he was playing his solos, when he was doing his guitars, what scales did he use? What was the harmony? I enjoy playing covers, but I also like to improvise out of nowhere, yeah. But the covers are there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, really. I mean, I'm a bit hardline about it, but I just think it's more beneficial to analyse and to create your own style. Hi Blanket, how you doing? Oh, you've got a gifted membership. Excellent. Thank you, Tony. So any questions for anybody? Because I'm just enjoying having a little bit of play here, seeing what comes out. Excellent. Not sure what key I'm in here. It's either E minor or A minor. I am figuring scales out, yeah. Oops, wrong key. There we go. So that was a little bit of a for me. That's a bit of a win, because if you think about it, the most stressful thing you can do on a live is to sit there and just start playing, isn't it? But I really did enjoy that. Just pick a key and have a blast, you know. Doesn't have to be in time. Just be whatever comes out of your mind. Thank you, Major Molko. So that's a bit of a goal, actually, because I've got to be honest. That like there, I wasn't self-conscious at all. I was just enjoying the moment, really. So that's definitely a win. Definitely a win. And this is the kind of thing that I like to practice. This is the, you know, because I really think it just gets left out, the inner game. What musicians on YouTube are really focusing in on the inner game of music sort of stuff? Because honestly, that's where the real wins are for me. You know, having that confidence, being able to sit there and just play and noodle. And not feel bad about it is just like a brilliant feeling. Not feeling self-conscious, not feeling that you have to perform another way, just like exploring your own DNA and feeling comfortable with it. And that's something that has to be practiced. Yeah, so Major Makoto, so when I do a lot of coaching actually on this kind of thing, on those that feelings. And the one thing I can say is, you know, because as you know, like I work within the health service here, and I work alongside occupational therapy, and the term is graded exposure, and that's how you could think about what you're doing. So if you're doing like a stream and you're playing covers or whatever, and that's your safe ground, try just little bits of improvisations on those covers, just like little solos, you know. And then when a track ends, just keep soloing and just imagining the music in your head, and just play what you're comfortable with. Don't feel that you have to play what other people want. Just play what you want, because they'll appreciate it anyway. So that's like one way of doing it, you know. Just the, I mean, when you think back to my YouTube channel, like, you have to kind of learn to do this. I mean, I was terrible. I was all over the shop. Yeah, I mean, play, you know, backing tracks, that's what they're there for. Well, I mean, that feeling doesn't go away. I mean, I feel stuck in a rut all the time. I'm always like going on at myself. Everything sounds the same. I'm playing the same thing. That's just part of life. But the battle is, the first part of it is you're aware of it. So when you're aware of it, that means you can do something about it, you know. It's like, but one thing, and I've mentioned this loads of times, and I'll leave you maybe with this. If you've got the pentatonic scale, because we're in A minor here, okay, you can add that ninth note in. I mean, I spend too much time putting that in. So you can have this scale. There's one note. And then there's one there as well. And one there. So you can add these notes in. And it'll transform that pentatonic scale. Just adding that B in to the minor pentatonic. So now what you've got is you've got like a 5-note scale with this extra notes. That's six of the most important notes of the major scale, right? Add the blues note in. And you get that nice sound. So that's like one little thing. But I digress. I've enjoyed today's impromptu stream. So I hope that helps, Major Makoto. The other thing is anybody who's wanting a guitar lesson, very limited space for that, but that's potential, email me. Anybody wanting a coaching session, lots of time for that. There's a coaching session, and anybody wanting to join a coaching group to learn how to do all the electronic-y, fiddly stuff that I do, there's also that as well. Just send an email, and there's a few options in which I can professionally help you and serve. All right, I think that's enough for me. I'll be back, possibly tomorrow. Who knows? See you.